I loosen those 3 screws, that spring's gonna go, you know, it's gonna unwind. All right? You notice there's a slot. There's a slot in the axle. Okay? That's so you can get a screwdriver in there, go 1, 2.5 turns, and then tighten it down. Okay? That's gonna give you the preload you need to have the cable return. Okay? So that's pretty simple. It's easy to replace. They come right from the factory all assembled. Okay, so you just have to mount them, put in the preload spring in there. Right? Now when you take them apart, I suggest you don't let the spring fly. You know, basically loosening it up and let it put a screwdriver in there and let it unwind slowly. Because you can break the spring. I mean, just letting it fly in there. Because there is a lot of tension on it, okay? That's easy. Now, if I have to replace a spring, that's easy. I'll just take the old one off, put the new one on, put the preload in, okay? And then tighten these screws down, all right? The instructions are right on here, which way to go with this preload, okay? Does it say 2.5 turns?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that makes it too easy. It's all, got the instructions right on it, okay? Now, which way does this flywheel go? This way. Okay, this way. Now, in the event that we have to replace a flywheel, we're actually going to have to take the belt off. Okay? So we're going to have to take the belt off. We'll take the generator side off. Okay? We're going to have to pull the flywheel out, service the flywheel. Let's say the bearings went out. Okay? Put it back in. Don't forget to get the belt in there. All right? Now, I did not take apart the spring system. Okay? That's intact. So with that, there's a clutch. Okay? If you can feel it, it only spins one direction. So I only can put the belt back on one direction at this time. If I had it all apart, I would leave this off until I get the belt on, and then I'd preload the springs and everything else. But let's say I'm just doing work on the flywheel, the bearings are bad, I pull the flywheel off, put the good flywheel back in, maybe I got a new flexonic belt. Now, I think a lot of you that I've talked to before, there's a special tool, little metal angled piece, okay, that you use to put on. In this machine, it's almost impossible to use that, all right? And even the elliptical and cent trainer, it's almost impossible to use that thing safely, put it that way. I like using the method that we've been teaching now for, Kevin, how many years? 3-4 years, is using zip ties, okay? Use a zip tie it on there, put one zip tie if you got a bigger one, use 2, 3, 4, 5 if you got really small ones, okay? This is gonna keep you safe, keep your hands out of everything. I mean, you're gonna get hurt pretty good. You get your finger in between that belt and that pulley, all right? I do have some zip ties.
これのことです。こっちにしか回らないの。
I have a variety of sizes here, okay? I have a variety of sizes, and so I don't know which ones we're gonna use yet. We can try this one big one, see if that works. I'd like maybe 2 of these big ones would work good. For an ascent trainer, that belt's a lot tighter for the generator side. I suggest if you have something this size, use like 3, okay? I like anybody that's ever worked in a bicycle shop or anything like that, they got these Mongo ones. They're super huge, super thick. One of those works great. Because that one, you use these usually break at the end. Okay, they get the belt on, but they break at the end. Use the big one, it doesn't. So I don't know which is the better balance. So anyways, what we're gonna do is, if you notice, this is not exactly easy to try to stretch on there. You know, because I get right about there and it just wants to feed itself back through. So what I need is something to hold it on, not my hands, all the way around. So what I'll do is, make sure my belt's all right position here. Okay. This is just the wrong way. This way. Okay. Because the clutch is still on there, I'm going to take, where was that nice one that I said? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the belt and the zip tie. I'm going to get it as tight as I can. Okay, at that one point. All right, now, because I can, I'm going to take this and pull it around. Okay, that one, I got lucky. It broke. But don't stop there. Make sure, I know on the Ascent Trainer, usually it misses one rib. Okay, it'll get on, but it misses a rib. Then you just have to walk it on by hand. All right, did everybody see that happen? That was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, getting a flexonic belt, do it the safe way, use zip tie. If the one broke right away, you didn't get it on, double it up or put 3 on or whatever you need to do to get the belt on. All right, the Ascent Trainer is a little, the belt tension is a little higher, I think, than this. The Climb Mill, you can walk that on by hand. That one's so loose. Easy?
Yes.
Easy enough, okay? Okay, so we covered the spiral cam. We just got the belt on. That was pretty easy. That was a no-brainer, okay? Now, one other thing that is mechanical, and I try not to get in too far or too deep with this. It's tricky. And I don't know why they did this, but if you look at the knob, obviously we had to spin it off the regular direction, you know, counterclockwise. Got the knob off. Now, if you look inside though, there's 2 screws. All right, that knob doesn't come off. You got to take the 2 screws out. It's kind of seems like it's an after fix, but you have to take the 2 screws out. For knob replacement. Okay. Basically, what it's doing is just taking up space and making that knob a little more tight. Because otherwise, without it, it kind of wobbles back and forth. Right. So it makes it more secure. Okay. Okay. Good. This one, Kevin, do we have a shorty screwdriver?